it's Jackie, and I'm here with another update on my 2016 December daily. So if you've been following me for a few years, you might know I travel during Christmas, and I don't take my December daily with me, and that always lands me in January with way behind in my December daily. So I've been home for a couple days now, and I'm just working on getting caught up. So what I want to talk to you today is I'm going to show you a few more pages in my December daily, and I want to talk about how I keep my memories fresh while I am traveling. So let's talk about that first. This is my December daily. You've met my December daily. Meet my December daily companion book. This is just like a cheap little Moleskine. I've had it in my stash for a year. It came in a 3-pack, and it's just something I hadn't used. And as soon as I started to feel like I was falling behind my December daily, I just took this book and I decorated it a little so that I'd want to work in it. So I just put like a washi Christmas tree on it, and I embossed the year. Little glitter star, I outlined it, and inside I stamped a number on each page. And because this is you can see water hit it, because this is a Moleskine, everything that I stamped bled through. I don't like Moleskine. I'd rather have a Leuchtturm 1917 any day of the week. But this is what I had, so this is what I used. So then I just brushed some acrylic paint, and I just alternated between gold, white, red, and green to cover up where the stamp had bled through. So now I have a book that's dated, and then I put some washi and some stickers that had been sitting in my stash for years that I thought, I'm never going to use these, so I just threw them in here. So, and then when I was traveling, I just brought with me a little brush pen and a writing pen, and every morning while I was in Halifax, I just lettered like a possible title, and then just scribbled a couple sentences. And as I got closer to Christmas, I gave myself 2 pages for each day, and yeah, and I just kept it the whole month. And as I was there, other things came up, so I did some extra pages. Like I wrote down all the gifts I received on the following pages. I wrote down our travel itinerary stuff. I wrote down all the sales I got on Boxing Day, and that's it. And just a couple pages left over in the end of the book. So this little book, I kept it while I was traveling. I come home, and now I know exactly what to do for each page. So I'm working on that, and let's take a look at what I've got. So I've shown you these pages already. You saw this vellum page. I think it might be my favorite page so far. So the next page I called Extra Cake, and it's just about a cake I made on top of all my holiday baking. My husband wanted me to make him a cake out of some leftover ganache I had and some leftover frosting. So I just put a picture of that, and I just did some journaling. This is just a Teresa Collins tag in the background, and I just used a bunch of embellishments. I used some Heidi Swapp alphas, die cuts for my kid. Again, I'm using the Pink Paislee Yuletide collection, and this is a Heidi Swapp December album that was on sale at Michael's for the last year. And this is just like a little acetate embellishment here, and yeah, that's a really simple page. Day 13, my pages are sticking together a little bit. It says, "'Tis the season for my annual review." So I got to do that once a year. So I just have a picture of the document. I put my number here. These are the Heidi Swapp acetate numbers. Some journaling, and then I just put these ornaments down, and it looks like there's like lines in the paper, so it kind of looks like they're hanging, and I liked that. The tag was sticking up on the background, so I just put this red foil tape on it, and I think that page it looks businessy because it was a businessy sort of thing. The next one I did like a half page. This one I think is maybe 3.5 inches wide. And I called it First Annual Toronto Pre-Christmas, because now that my sister is living in the city, we thought it made sense to exchange our gifts while we're here rather than try to put them in our luggage, bring them home, and bring them back again. So we did our pre-Christmas on the 14th, which was because her boyfriend went away the next day, so it was the last day we could do it. So I stamped my title, and then this was cut out of a piece of washi. And these are alphas over here, a picture of her cat wearing all the wrapping paper. I used a snap sticker that says 14, and just some die cuts, a sticker, and there's me holding a present that my sister gave me. And I just stapled on this little ribbon to give it a tab to pull it over. And then on the back, more pictures of the snacks she'd put out on the table, and her boyfriend holding the cat. And I didn't think this 14 was big enough. I don't know, it's not eye-catching, so I put the Heidi Swapp 14 on here too. And my sister actually gave me a spirograph, so I spirographed some little embellishments for that page. I thought that was really fun. The next page, 15, is my baking is all done, and I used these green alphas on this gray dot paper, and they didn't show up as clear as I would have liked, so I outlined them with black pen, and I just used some thickers to put my 15. I used these same stamps, the same ones there I used here to say here's what I made this year, and then I just did a list of everything I baked, and I used these Mambi Gold Stars to do bullet points. I just stapled on this acetate leggy thing, and just a few stickers, and that's an acetate star. It's clear. I think it's kind of cool. And then I just put some pictures of some of the things that I baked. I just gave it the title Noms, and just printed out square pictures, some candy bars, some cookies, some chocolates that I made, some toffee, and then I put another, I think I put 15 twice. Yeah, I have 15 on that page, and I have 15 on this page as well. I have the numbers, I might as well use them, right? And just a couple of little stickers. So this is a really simple page. On the back I used a square doily that I got from Freckled Fawn in a grab bag about a year ago, and I just sprayed it with some gold Heidi Swapp Color Shine. Oops. Then we have 16 is gift wrapping, and that was the day I did all my wrapping. I don't have much to do because I travel with all my presents. So I just took a picture of it all when it was done. I used a little thicker for the number, a little present, and no peeking. So that's just basically a photo. And then I used clear Mambi stickers to do my title right on the photo. And on the inside, I talked about treats that I put together for my husband's office. Normally, so my Decembers are full of baking for the first half of the month. And in previous years, I kind of fought against that in my December daily because I thought it would make my December daily too kind of one note because every day is about baking. But this year I embraced it a little bit more. So even though I talked about baking that day, I also talked about what I did with it this day. So I just stamped office treats. The ampersand was already here, so it's like gift wrapping and office treats that day, and there's my 16. So I did some journaling. Again, I'm just typing out my journaling. I'm using Eris Light as the font, E-R-A-S. Some stickers over here, and then this is a picture of the gift tins that I put together for his office. And I just put Fun and Frosty because there's lots of frosting on the cookies. Just a couple little embellishments, and I just put a little gold alpha sticker here, our word sticker. It says Making Memories on the tab, so that shows through when these two are closed because they're like a little booklet. And then on the back, I just talked about how my baked goods were received at his office, and I just put some embellishments, and I had this holidays sticker, so I put I love the in brush script and then holidays, and I just stamped Merry, Merry, Merry here. And 17 is also about baking. One of the things I do is I have an online community that I share baking pictures with, and I've been doing it for a lot of years now, and I never save the responses that they give me, so this year I decided I would. And basically I printed out 12 pages of all the wonderful things people said about my baking this year. I don't know why I haven't saved these sooner because I get them every year and they are so touching. They get me in the Christmas spirit, and they're very small font. They're hard to read, but it was the only way I could fit them all in the pocket. And I just used washi tape on the top and the bottom of each page and these little number stickers that were on one of my alphas, and a little sticker at the end. So that's just a pocket. I just used a sheet of pattern paper for my 6x6 pad, and I just stamped my number 17 the same way with using the same stamps that were on this page here. Keeps it, I guess, a little bit on theme because that was, you know, I just had this narrow space, so it seemed to make sense to write out the word instead of, I did put the number anyway, that's one of the snap stickers. And then on my pocket, it was a little too busy of paper to put my title in the green letters, so I just used my finger and put some gesso over the paper. And then I just put my title, Online Love, and I just cut this heart out of some gold foil with the spread cheer sticker, and my journaling is just on this Pink Paislee journaling card, and I just outlined it with my gold paint pen. I think that page is really cute. And then on 18, It's called Gingerbread House. My sister came over and we just had kind of a girls' day. We made a gingerbread house, so I put a picture of her holding it together while we wait for it to dry, and then a picture of it when it was all finished with all the mess on the table, because I think that's, I don't know, I like the mess. And then we went to Grazie, so I put a picture of the restaurant. We had some pasta, and we watched the movie Love Actually, so that's the first time I've seen it, so I wanted to put the movie cover there. And then this was just an embellishment. I think it's one of the Heidi Swapp ones, and I just used a white gel pen to write my title. And then I have these Yuletide Pink Paislee labels, and I use those to do my journaling. Yeah, and it's just a really straightforward page, but there was a lot to include. I think I used staples to attach my number because it's acetate. I've been using a lot of staples in this book. The next one is called Road Trip, and the challenge I ran into on this one was that the page was just a little tag, but my husband had this 4x6 photo that he wanted to include. So I was like, you know what, I'm doing it anyway. And I just put the stickers, or the picture so it hangs off the side. I did trim a little off the end, but it's a picture of my husband and his friend at the, they drove to New York to watch a Buffalo Bills game, and that's them in front of the stadium. It was just a picture they had taken there, and it's like stylized, I guess, or filtered, I don't know. So I just put some journaling about what he told me about his day, and sometimes you get these numbers, these acetate numbers, and you can't see them through because it was such a dark tag. So I just painted the back of it with white acrylic paint so that it's opaque on top of this tag. And just a couple little embellishments, and I just used my smallest alphas to do the title because there's not much room on that tag. And then day 20, I called it Gifts from John. My husband gave me some gifts that, again, he didn't want to take home on the plane. So I opened them early, and so I put a picture of them. And afterwards we ordered pizza, and my sister was there, so that's the two of them eating the pizza. And I just used acetate frame, and I just hand lettered my my title and just doodled a little picture of a present. And I used some red foil embellishments. I colored the back of this number, the 19, I colored it red with a Sharpie just so that it would kind of coordinate with this page. And then there was a second tag behind it, and you can see it's a little bit longer, like it shows through when the two tags are there. And I just put some glitter tape at the bottom. I put my number 20 using the Yuletide numbers. I just love these. Whenever they fit, I use them, but they don't fit very often. And the black stripes were already on the tag, but I added some red stripes with an eagle line pen, and I just put some Heidi Swapp Color Shine spray, like, you know, droplets on the tag, and then I glued on my journaling. And I think that's a nice tag. And it's kind of lucky that it had a little bit of a mixed media feel because some of the black from the next page got on this side of the page. So it all worked out. And then on the 21st, I just put my Christmas manicure, Christmas mani. My nails are the last things I do before we leave Toronto. This year I did errands too. And this picture, I took a picture of my nails because they were red and white stripes on some red and white stripe wrapping paper when I was wrapping my presents. And this was actually a red and white stripe tag, and it was the wrong red and white, so it was really tacky. It didn't match at all. So I just colored the whole tag black with some Winsor Newton ink, and put some gold washi tape on it, and then it was a lot easier. So I just backed my photo, just used an embellishment, some alphas, printed out my journaling, a couple stars and a thicker, and good to go. So yeah, I still have 10 days to go in my December daily, and it's going to happen. I'm just going to keep doing a few pages, plugging away at it all the time. Concurrently to this, I am starting my January journals. If you're interested in how I'm balancing all these journals at the same time, like, I'd be happy to do a video on that. Just leave me a comment if that's something you want to see. But when I have updates on my January journal, you'll see videos for that as well. But if you are not done your December daily yet, just keep plugging away at it. It's 31. It's 25 pages, 31 pages. You'll get them done. Just try to do one a day. Try to do one every 2 days, every 3 days. But get it done. Don't give up, because your memories are precious, and you'll be so happy that you recorded them. I know I'm having a lot of fun with mine. So yeah, I'll probably be back in a few days with an update. Once I've got 4 or 5 or 6 more pages, I'll be back. So thank you so much for watching, and Happy New Year, everyone.